Well, it's 2006 again, and the gang is going jihad today on Always Sunny in Philadelphia. So, let's talk. Season 2, Episode 2, The Gang Goes Jihad, came out in 2006. Matt, what did you think?
This is a great episode. You know, they're really catching their stride now. We're out of that muddy first season, and this is where stuff really starts getting funny to me. I mean, it's a great episode.
Yeah, no, this is an episode where it turns out a man buys the building next to Patty's pub, and he said, "Hey, you got to get the fuck out of here because my bar or my building goes up to this spot in your bar, and you know what? I'm taking it." And Frank wants to be part of the gang. That's one of the big things. But
so Mac and Dennis decide to make a terrorist tape
to try and threaten this guy because he's Jewish.
That's a hard J.
That's a hard J. You can't do that.
So they put like picnic blankets around their face and camo shirts and got a tarp, and Charlie's recording them, and Dennis is just talking gibberish, and it's hysterical. So they make that tape. Keep that in the back of your head, and then later on in the video, the cops find the tape and like, oh,
yeah, that's
shit.
Yeah, they're gonna get punished for that because they also they blew up the building with a flaming bag of dog poop. Because
there was a throwaway line where the guy says, "I just found there's a gas leak in my building, and now that's gonna cost a ton of money." And then they threw a flaming bag of dog poop, and the place exploded.
Yeah.
And then Frank ended up buying it
and
bought himself into the gang.
That's how Frank gets involved in the gang forever. He ends up buying the bar because technically he's a guy who funds just all their shenanigans. And this is where we first get that look at that Frank is just a rich man, and he just wants to live in squalor. He does not want to actually have the money. He wants to be a poor. Because like in the beginning of this episode, him and what are they making? A peanut butter Charlie or something like that.
Is that this episode?
Yeah, in the beginning because
on the radiator.
On the radiator
Okay.
That was at the beginning of this episode, I believe, right? Where it was because that's when she comes in. And she's just fucking ripping on him, and Charlie's like giving Matt Frank high fives every time he rips on her.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "I don't even know you, Frank. Standing up for yourself, defending immigrants. I can't even talk to you anymore."
Yeah, it's a great episode, and Frank is really starting to unwind.
Yeah,
It happens fast.
It does.
Every season, his hair gets crazier, and he gets
bigger
more
glass.
bizarre. And
even Dennis brings it up in like the 3rd season or 4th season. He makes less and less sense as the days go on.
Yeah. He's just withering away. It's great.
It's so phenomenal. I mean, there was a lot of just great lines in this. You got Mac and Dennis out doing their thing, and Charlie's kind of hanging around with Frank. And then, really, this wasn't a big D episode, actually.
No, not too much D. Again, she's not involved too heavily in the early episodes, but she'll get there.
Nah, yeah, we get some... Actually, in next week's episode, we get plenty of D. Mm-hmm. So this is actually just kind of more of these guys. And the guy who played the guest actor was pretty funny, actually. I thought he was a well addition to the cast for this episode. He's a one-and-done kind of guy.
Yeah, there's a few of those along the way.
Yeah, he's got to get guys who kind of play along. Even the guy who is telling them that they had a chance to buy the buy the building next door numerous times, and they declined each and every time. And then he's like, if you're trying to insinuate that I'm telling you to do something illegal, don't do that. And they're like, okay, maybe you can just point us in the direction of somebody who can help us out.
Yeah, no, they're terrible people, and we love it.
That's why, yeah, we're all into them. But Matt, where would you rank this episode now? Would you put it above last week's? The gang Charlie gets crippled? Or...
Yeah, I think so.
So then this is our new number 1. Guys, you could have probably noticed real quick that the first season is just going to be dropping like a rock.
Start burying it.
Yeah, so really now, this is a season 2 episode, and it is way better than every episode in season 1. So this is our new number 1, so you can see the chart that's on your screen right now. And guys, why don't you hang out for a little bit, because it's Monday, and that means we're spinning the wheel, and Future John and his Blazer are here to take you on a journey. Welcome one and welcome all to this week's Digital Code Giveaway. Every Monday we do a Digital Code Giveaway. If you answered one of the 2 questions in Friday's video, which was the Firestarter review, you got entered into this Digital Code Giveaway where we spin this wheel. You'll notice that your name is on there, and we actually had the most names we've ever had on the Digital Code Giveaway this week. This week we had 21 names entered for a chance to win, which actually made me very happy because I had a lot of people responding and telling me their favorite Stephen King movies and their favorite 80s horror movies. It was really just a lot of fun. It took all the way until this morning. I believe Ray was the one who finally brought up 1408 from a few years ago, which is actually my favorite John Cusack movie, if you could believe that. I'm not a huge John Cusack fan, I'm not going to lie, but I really do love 1408. That is actually one of the movies that I really get that feeling of dread that Stephen King tries to build up in his novels. Even though it's based on a short story, it's actually not even a full book. But it's done perfectly. That's probably one of my favorites. My favorite Stephen King movie is The Shining. I always feel a little guilty saying that just because Stephen King himself is not a fan of The Shining. He really felt like that Stanley Kubrick kind of just ruined his movie. He actually made a mini-series in the 90s that he was more involved with, that he approves more, that goes along better with his novel. But anyway, it doesn't matter. The Shining is one of the greatest films ever made. It's one of the best horror films. So, unfortunately, Mr. King, as much as I love you, I love The Shining, and your opinion of it is not going to change mine. I wish it would, but it won't. But anyway, we're not here to talk about our favorite Stephen King movies. We're here to talk about somebody getting their life changed today, because somebody is going to win a digital code. So one of these 21 names, I'm about to spin this wheel, and if you are the lucky winner, you get your choice of one of 3 digital codes: The Predator, Blade, and Moonfall, which we have a review on this channel for, so check that one out. So one of those 3 movies, whatever the winner picks, that one will be getting swapped out with something new for this week, so make sure you come back on Friday to find out what that is. But anyway, let's spin this magic wheel. Alright, there it is. You only get 10 seconds on this bad boy, but love that music. Dennis B. Carmen Jr., you are the lucky winner. Congratulations, Dennis Carmen. You're the lucky winner of this week's digital code. You get your choice of 3 codes, so make sure you pick one that you are looking to enjoy. And guys, just want to give some quick channel updates for the week. This week we're going to have reviews for 4Ks of Beverly Hills Cop 2, Escape from New York, and also later in the week we're going to have reviews for the new Alan Garland movie Man coming this week, and also look for reviews from Star Wars, Rogue One, and from also Jurassic Park. We'll have reviews up where we start our Jurassic Park rankings, and Matt is also working on a video comparing The Darkness and The Darkness 2. So we have a lot of new content coming you guys for this week on the channel, so if you're not subscribed yet, please make sure you do, and make sure you come back this Friday. Look for the Man review. That review is going to have this week's digital code giveaway questions in it. I'll make sure I put that and let everyone know when that's coming out, and that is the video with the questions. But guys, I want to thank all of you. We finally got a lot of names entering in these digital code giveaways. These are a lot of fun. Like I said, this is one of my favorite parts of the week. I just like chatting movies with you guys in the comment section. I'm really actually a huge fan of doing that. Lets me get to know you guys and let me know your movie taste and just talk movies. So that's a lot of fun for me. I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as me. And thank you guys for being a fan of Let's Talk. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and you tell all your friends.